Well, hello everyone and welcome to Momentum channel. My name is Mo, and in this video, which is one of the last videos that I'm going to be making in 2023, I wanted to wish you all a wonderful year end, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and of course, an amazing and prosperous new year ahead in the stock market. For those of you who've been following my journey, you know that my wife and I are in the process of building a portfolio consisting of simplified 3 ETFs to prepare and plan for early retirement, hopefully within the next decade or so. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through where our portfolio stands as we get closer to the year end. I also wanted to share with you some of the goals that I've set forward for 2024 for myself when it comes to finance and investing related, plans. We're going to be sharing with you transparently. And of course, I would love to hear from you after you've kind of watched this video. What are some of your key main goals when it comes to investing and finances in 2024? Without any further ado, let's get into it. When it comes to finances and investing, the goals that I've set for myself for the year ahead are divided into two categories. The first category are the goals that I can control. These are the goals that I have full control over. I can actually work towards them and make them happen. The second set of goals are the goals that I don't have direct control over, but I can actually influence them. These are more of an indirect goals that, depending on the work that I put into place, assuming things go according to plan, I could actually indirectly make them happen, but I don't have full control over it. A lot of kind of external factors are in play. Let's start with the goals that I can control. These consist of 5 main goals that I've set for myself for the year ahead. The first one is reading at least 6 finance or investing or self-help related books. When it comes to reading books, physical books, that's something that I actually have quite lagged behind in the past. Like a lot of times I've spent time to listen to audiobooks and maybe digital books, but I haven't really taken the time to pick up a book and go through it in depth. This is something that I want to get back to. So for next year, I have set a goal of 6 ones. And the first book that I'm actually going to be reading is one book that I got as an early Christmas gift, actually from one of my family friends. This book, as you can see on the screen. It's called Bear Market Investing Strategies, 37 Recession-Proof Ideas to Grow Your Wealth. Now, in saying though, I'm not going to necessarily suggest that we are going to have a bear market anytime soon or anything like that. But I think it's a great book that has been recommended to me, and I would like to keep reading it this year as one of my first books. And I'll be sure to share some of my kind of reflections and some of learnings from this book and anything that really stands out for me. Next is related to investing, how much money my wife and I we put into market proactively. So I've set a goal of investing at least $40,000 into the stock market for my household. This includes between the non-registered account, registered accounts, TFSA, RSP, between my wife and I, or any other account that might be applicable throughout the year 2024 for us. Third goal is paying down our mortgage accounts by at least $35,000, consisting of the principal amount as well as the lump sum payment. In this calculation, I'm not taking into account any interest payment because obviously that's not going to help toward bringing the mortgage value down, but mainly the principal as well as any additional lump sum payments or additional recurring payments that we may have pay on top of our day-to-day mortgage. Those are the calculation criteria for us. I think $35,000 is a reasonable amount, something that we have to push ourselves a little bit, but it's also not something that I think that is going to be totally out of reach. I'll definitely keep you posted how that thing goes throughout the year. The fourth goal here is actively contribute to Blossom community by posting useful content that can benefit the community. I think if you're watching this video on Blossom, you do know that it's a wonderful community of Canadian and US investors coming together, sharing their expertise, knowledge, asking their questions, and kind of learning from one another, and also kind of motivating each other when it comes to investing in the stock market. No matter how small or large your portfolio is, Blossom is an amazing app and community for like-minded individuals to get connected and be in touch. I do definitely encourage you to check it out. If you haven't joined Blossom, I do have my referral link in the video description. I would love it if you use that link to join Blossom and get connected with me and other amazing like-minded individuals on the community. The fifth goal on things that I can control is around listening to my favorite finance investing podcasts and watch my favorite YouTube channels. Now, there's not a shortage of amazing contents out there, whether it's on podcasts or on YouTube channels. A few that I can think of when it comes to the podcast, I love listening to 𝗖𝐋𝐈𝐖. It's one of my favorite podcasts. The other one that I can think of is the Unconventional Wisdom with Ed Rampo. We also have the podcast from Rational Reminder, Ben Felix and the group. That's another podcast that I like to listen to. Like I said, there's so many other ones, and there are some that I listen to on and off, but these are the ones that I listen to a lot more frequently these days. As for YouTube channels that I would love to follow, and I actually watch quite often, many of the Blossomers have amazing contents, and they do share it on Blossom app. Brandon Beavis, Adrian, the Canadian T-shirt Adrian, as well as some other newer kind of investors like Kazim. I know he has his content. KYT, I love his channel. He's always puts a lot of time and effort in putting those contents together. Those are some of the ones that I absolutely enjoy watching. Outside of Blossom community, there's some YouTubers that I do follow as well. There's this couple from Toronto, Gian and Christine, that I've recently actually achieved early retirement or are right at the cusp of accomplishing it. Their channel is called Fire We Go. That's one of my favorite ones as well that I watch. The other ones that I can think of, definitely like Rational Reminder or Ben Felix YouTube channel, Canadian Couch Potato, and a few others that I watch on and off. I may not remember all of them, but those are some of the ones that I absolutely enjoy. Do you have any favorite podcast or YouTube channel that you watch or follow? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to expand on my list and get to know other ones that are out there. Lastly, moving on in terms of the other goals that I have, but those are the ones that I can influence. The first one is reaching 4,000 followers on Blossom. I think I'm just shy of 2,000 right now at the time I'm making this video on Blossom. I would love to double it by the end of next year to 4,000. And the main reason behind it is I want to make sure I can influence more and more people and help them on their journey to, preparing for their early retirement as they build their financial freedom and financial independence. Next goal is reaching 6,000 followers on YouTube. Right now, I believe I have close to 4.3 thousand, over 4,000 followers on YouTube. I would like to increase that to $6,000 by the end of the year. And lastly, expanding my network and connecting with other smart investors, whether it's through Blossom, whether it's through YouTube or other opportunities in person or whatnot. I would love to continue to build on that. You do see currently the portfolio size for my wife and I is at over $556,000. It consists of 3 holdings, as I talked about: 𝗋𝐻-equity, XEQT, that's the ticker symbol; VT, which is Vanguard Total World Stock Market; and VTI, Vanguard Total Stock Market, which gives us exposure to the US market. VT and VTI are the holdings that we hold only in our RSP accounts. 𝗋𝐻-equity are the holdings that we hold across all of our accounts, pretty much non-registered TFSA, as well as some of we hold it in our RSP accounts as well. 𝗋𝐻-equity accounts for almost 92% of our holdings, as you see, and the remaining is divided between VTE and VTI. You pointed out here. In terms of expected dividend income for this portfolio, currently we are expecting $11,376 annually moving forward, based on the past 1-year dividend incomes that these ETFs have paid. If they were to maintain the same kind of trajectory, that's the amount that we are expecting for dividend income in the year to come. And definitely in December, late December and early January, we are expecting dividend payments from all of these holdings, the largest one being from 𝗋𝐻-equity. Given that we have the most amount of shares, our shares in 𝗋𝐻-equity is currently 18,368 full shares, which is just incredible. Super proud of our accomplishment last year, having been able to build this portfolio to where it is right now. You do see the highest MER, management expense ratio, belongs to 𝗋𝐻-equity at 0.20%, then VT at 0.07%, and then VTI at 0.03%. Some of my friends and folks, when I talk to them, they are investing, for example, through mutual funds. And what's interesting is that a lot of these mutual funds from major banks, they are pretty much giving you exposure to the similar type of companies, a basket of companies such as the one that is offered by 𝗋𝐻-equity. But when you look at their performance, they're lagging. And I think a major reason behind it is the high fee that they charge. They're charging anywhere between 2 to sometimes even 3% in fee, pretty much delivering on the same things that you could actually accomplish through a globally diversified fund such as 𝗋𝐻-equity or even VT. So those are some of the things for you to keep in mind. Fees matter, especially over long enough period of time. They would compound and they can make a huge difference when it comes to your net returns. I hope that you found this video beneficial, everyone, and you gained something of value from it. Let me know what are your thoughts when it comes to planning for 2024. What are some of those main goals that you'd like to accomplish when it comes to your portfolio, investing, reading, or any other matter from that regard? And of course, do share with me some of your favorite podcasts and YouTubes. I'd love to hear from you and know more about it. If you did enjoy this video and you gained something of value from it, I would love it if you support me both on Blossom and YouTube by following me and subscribing to our contents, and of course leaving a comment and letting me know a little bit more details about yourself and how and where you're watching this video from. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful year end, Merry Christmas, and amazing new year ahead. See you next year.